Hello, welcome to Lunch with Linda. I'm Linda Daniels and you are now inside Northampton Wools. Oh my gosh, there's so much to tell you about today. So first of all, Emre was supposed to join us. Emre is the owner of Urth Yarns and he is in Turkey, so he is not able to join us on this live, but we have rescheduled for when he's back in the States. We'll be doing a special live broadcast with him on December 30th, and that's like tentative right now. When he gets back into the country, we will finalize that. So I will make sure I let you know exactly what date that's going to be and what time. But in the meantime, they did send us all of their Urth Yarn trunk show. So I feel like I am in a forest of Urth yarns. There are some incredibly beautiful pieces in this trunk show. Many of them are done with the Urth Yarns fingering weight, but they also make a DK weight and a worsted weight and a super bulky, which we don't have in stock. But I'm going to talk about some of the pieces that they have sent to us, and then a whole table full of other things as well. So Kate's here and she's going to say hi to all of you as you tune in and listen, and hopefully you get inspired or anxious. What I'm going to tell you right now, I don't mean anxious like worried, I mean like excited and you can't wait. I'm going to tell you right now, get out a paper and a pencil because you're going to want to write some things down as we go through all of the things that I want to talk about today. Because you will want to remember them. So first of all, the trunk show. Every single one of the items that we got in has a label on it, and it's an Urth yarn label, and on the label it has the name of the pattern and the color number, and usually a letter that lets us know whether it's F for fine or fingering weight, W for worsted weight, so we can identify it. Secondly, all of the models have been done in particular color numbers, and we don't always have the color that they've done in, but we can order whatever amount and whatever color in whatever weight you want. Urth Yarns was one of the companies that was doing drop shipping so that it would ship right to your store. I'm not sure if they're still doing that. But in any case, it comes relatively quickly. So if you come in and see something in a particular colorway and we don't have enough of that color, we can get it for you. So the tag that I just showed you is the biggest item in the trunk show. I'm going to stand up and show it to you. This is called the ikat blanket. Is that right? I-K-A-T?
ICAT.
ICAT. ICAT is a Turkish word, I think, for a particular colorway that they used in the Turkish rugs. And this particular blanket is all done with one color. So when I hold this up, you're going to be blown away because this is just
really
one color of the worsted weight, color 4022. And it comes in, actually, Kate, you want to move the camera back?
It looks like each square is made out of a different...
It's strips, actually. It's 3 big strips. And you can see the same colors play throughout each of the strips. It's a really, it's a big blanket, but I wouldn't say that it's oversized. I mean, this would cover a twin bed easily, it's nice on a sofa. And this is in a linen stitch pattern. So let's do a close-up of that. Linen stitch looks similar to seed stitch, but it is a slip stitch pattern, so you're moving the yarn around. But this is how much color there is in one colorway of the Urth yarns. So like I said, this is the biggest blanket, this is the biggest item that we got from them. We did work on getting at least one copy of all of the patterns that they sent us so that we can easily find them. I put most of them in my Ravelry library so I can print them out. But as you can see behind me, there are some incredibly beautiful pieces. This one is a shawl. Yeah, Kate, I'm gonna need you to do some moving stuff around for me. So when Shauna and I were talking about what they were going to send us, and she told me about this one, I was like, yes, I've been looking at this one. So this is called it's called Petals, very appropriate name, but the colorway in this is several different colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 different colors of the unique fingering, and then the monochrome fingering. And the unique fingering is the one that does the multicolors. So like this and this green, that's the fingering weight with several different colors in it. The solid purple, or what looks like solid purple, is the monochrome yarn. And that is yarn that is still hand dyed, but it shades. So you can see how there's some dark purple and some light purple in it. Now this is for the very confident short row knitter. If you've learned German short rows and you feel like you've got them under your belt, then this is the kind of thing that is a lot of fun to do. The sweaters that are attracting the most amount of attention is actually this one. This is called Koza, and it's basically that's the back of it. It is a cocoon sweater. So you basically knit a big rectangle, fold it in half, and then put cuffs on it. So it just looks like this big open circle. And a lot of people are like, what the heck how do I put it on? But Kate's gonna model it for us. So she puts an arm in each side, right here. And then it's just enough of a shrug to cover your shoulders and your back. And if you wanted to, you can pull it closed in the front a little bit and put a pin right there, but you have freedom to move your arms, and it just sits there and holds on. Let's see what this tag says on this hand as far as the yarn goes.
Unique worsted and monochrome.
Okay, so it's done with a color of the unique worsted, which gives it a lot of different colors, and the monochrome adds about that solid, in this case it's purple, that solid color to it. Now this is an interesting stitch pattern. It's not just knit and purl. This is a herringbone stitch, and the herringbone is the easiest way to describe it is you knit 2 stitches together and then you knit the first stitch again. Now, there are variations on that, but that's kind of what you're doing to make this crossed stitch pattern. So we can move that a little bit closer, and you can put that back on the model. This one is a really interesting one. This one is crocheted. This is the baklava cowl, and this is done with unique and monochrome again. So the monochrome is the yarn that gives this solid, this kind of base. I always think of it as like an anchor to it. This is crocheted. It's a little puff and chain stitch, and it is a Mobius, so there's a twist in it as well. So it's probably done in a strip and then joined together.
Right,
but there's the seam that Kate just pointed out, the joining of it. So it's fairly easy to knit straight, but it has this great little puff stitch and then joined with chains. So it goes pretty fast. And the multicolor, all of this part right here, is just one skein of yarn. And then the blue, that's the monochrome, which looks more like a solid color. So they've done some really wonderful combinations of both their multicolors and their solid colors. Yeah, I know. And this one is one of my favorites too. Oh my God, I'm itching now like mad.
Oh, really?
This one is a shawl called the Bomer Canyon Wrap. It's done with a color called Hanukkah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that blue.
Yeah.
And then the monochrome fingering weight. So this is basically a chevron kind of stitch all the way across. But look at how beautiful. I love chevron stitch. I just love it. It makes, especially in colors like this, it makes such a dramatic piece. So you can see this is a really good sized shawl that you can wear as a scarf, put it up there, or as a a regular shawl. So we've got all of these and more, and I'm not going to show them all. Dust. No, I'm good. We've got all of these sweaters and shawls. I think we even have cowls and probably some fingerless mitts that we didn't even put out.
So many things.
Actually, I won't grab the squared. We have the baby squared jacket, which has been really, really popular. This is a crocheted piece, basically a little hexagon that you make two of and then join together in the back. This has been around for a long time, but really, really fun in the unique fingering way. And we've got lots of colors. I think it doesn't say how many, but it probably only takes one or two. I think I'm gonna say two to make this little jacket. And then Kate's got on the pocket shawl. This has also been a big deal in the knitting and crochet world. This one is crocheted as well. And it's basically a scarf, but with two big pockets on it. So, you know, we always need a place for our phone.
My phone can go in there.
Tissues. Just when you're even working around the house, you need that kind of thing.
Like a vest.
It does.
It's
It's
so
big enough to be a vest, and there's good coverage around the back in the shoulders too. If you open it up, it can go right down around your shoulders like that, which is exactly where you need that coverage and that warmth. So really nice,
I
right?
like this.
Yeah, really nice.
And crochet, it might go fast.
So, like I said, we've got all of this stuff through the end of the year. So plenty of time to come on in, take a look at it. You're welcome to try them on, explore them. We can, fortunately, like I said, they're all tagged, and we know where the patterns are and can help you find what you need to work on them. So you might want to put them on your wish list or think about your January projects. January is Knit For Me month. Some people call it Selfish Knitting Month. We don't like that term. We're calling it Knit For Me. So you will want to line your projects up for that there. I also wanted to show this shawl on the sweater, because this is another one that I think is so cool. Look at that pattern. It's just so beautiful. The colors are incredible, just intense. So like I said, Emre is in Turkey. He won't be back for a couple of weeks. And when he does come back, we'll be talking to them. What he does in Turkey is plan all of the new colors and new yarns, and there is a brand new yarn that's coming. And he also lines up all of the knitters. Somebody has to make all this stuff, and he has found a way to employ a lot of Turkish and women in Africa as well to knit the sample garments so that they have plenty of trunk shows to send around. And if there's a piece that I really want to have in the store, I can also purchase it as a model for the store as well. But he's there lining all of that up, making sure that they have everything that they need, and is able to provide them with a source of income. There is one other piece that I did want to show you, because we did get these kits in, and I talked about the kits before. So this is what the kit looks like. It comes in this great brown paper bag, and it has all of the yarn that you need to make. I'm going to show you the bag in a second. Everything is labeled. It's got the a Earth Yarns cloth tag in it, so you can sew that in. It's got the pattern in it, as well as a barcode that you can find the pattern. So this is their satchel. They call it their satchel bag. Scrap Buster satchel bag. And I started this when I went to California, but of course I don't have time to finish it. But it's basically done with big mitered squares that are connected to each other, and this way, so you can really see them. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love the way they came out. So there's a little bit of a pattern besides just the garter or the linen stitch pattern in it. And
I like the straps.
The straps are cool. It's not lined, but could easily be lined to give you a little bit more of a firmness to the bag. And then the straps are a real nice ribbed and I-cord at the edges pattern. So we've got 5 of these kits in the shop in bright colors, but now you can see what the bag actually looks like when it's done. You have to be over there on that side. It's the backwardsness of the camera. There we go.
Yay.
Yeah,
So it
and it
fits right
fits
there.
really nicely around the arm, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
Ooh,
All
go
right.
backwards. All
Okay.
right. See
All
ya.
right. Bye. Okay. It's getting a little crazy, right? Oof. Okay.
Fun.
The sweater that I have on, I'm going to tell you about because this is my version of the Tecumseh sweater from Caitlin Hunter. So I printed out the picture of the pattern and her design. I can't remember now if it's supposed to be from the bottom up or the yoke down, but I did not have enough room to, you want to back this up a little bit for me? Enough room to do all of the chunks because I modified this to use, again, yarn that we sold out of in the store and had just enough for me to make a sweater, but I did not have enough to do the third part. I'm not even sure that this is actually the right weight.
No.
I think it wasn't supposed to be quite this heavy, which is why I didn't fit that third one in. But you know, I know what I'm doing, and I was able to not put in the last repeat of the pattern. But I love the drama of this color work. I've always liked Caitlin Hunter's design, and when this one first came out, I was in love with this one right from the beginning. So if you like it too, the sweater is Tecumseh by Caitlin Hunter, and we can help you figure that out. But I know Eileen always yells at me to talk about the sweaters that I have on, so I did. Happy Eileen. Ooh, nuts. Okay. So 2 books or magazines came out this year, and this is the latest Lane book, the 52 Weeks of Easy Knits. It's been selling like hotcakes. We have been able to sell it starting last Friday, and we had 10, and now we have only 5 left. So if you know somebody who is interested or a beginner knitter and wants to add to her repertoire, this book is it. The designs are some a little bit more challenging than others, but gently. Certainly everything in here a beginner could do with lots and lots of fun. So we've got 5 of these copies of this left. We will not be able to get more before Christmas. So if you were thinking about gifting somebody or want one for yourself, write it down, and it is on the website. You can purchase it on the website, and we can hold it for you. It doesn't even have to be mailed to you. Eileen says, good girl, thanks. Okay, so that's the newest Lane book, and now we are able to announce the latest issue of the Winter Lane magazine. Technically going on sale on Friday, but we will be open on Wednesday and be able to put them on hold for you. There are some gorgeous pieces in this. This was actually a really fun magazine because there was some great articles in here. There's a really good article about taking care of your sweaters without having to wash them every single time. And of course, a really good drink recipe. I need to come up with this is my favorite one. This vest. I absolutely love that vest. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Really, really cute. And I have to say, this was Eileen's favorite.
I love that.
Isn't that
color.
nice? Yeah. So the magazine is here. Oh, look at that color.
Ooh,
That
that's
is so
yours.
pretty.
Yeah.
So pretty. Pretty simple this time. Most of the sweaters are easy enough to do. Oh yeah, this was another good one. But I want to find a good picture of it. In a decent weight. So they've come up a little bit from... That's not the best picture of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't show it very well. Oh, here it is. This white one. Look at that one. What a great cardigan that is. Okay, so much knitting. I know, so much knitting, but we've got plenty of these right now. I get 10 at a time. So they'll be on sale this week. And did we get them on the website? I'm not sure that we did. Because you started to and then got interrupted.
Yeah.
So we will try and get them up on the website. You can pre-order it and then again, pick it up later on. And then, oops, I forgot to bring it over here.
Which one?
This shawl. Bonnie just finished and sent this shawl to us, which is just gorgeous. This feels like heaven. It's done with a strand of the lace weight mohair and a strand of fingering weight yarn. And it is beautiful, to say the least. All of Bonnie's work is stunning. And this pattern is from the Salt and Timber book, Knits from the Northern Coast. This is another Lane publication. So we do have one or two of these left, not many, but this shawl is the one that is in the back. Here it is. Well, it won't matter if I can't find the pattern. There it is. Cape Lookout shawl. That's the pattern for it. So we have lots of fingering weights that you can choose from, lots of mohair and silk that will complement them really, really well. So look for this when you come in too, because this is really a beautiful piece. Thank you, Bonnie, for continuing to knit for us, even though you're way down there in Florida. We love it. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. And she also sent a couple of hats. And these she's been working on for a while. If you look up free hats, there's, now I can't remember the name of the company, it slipped my mind, but they did a free hat every month. And these patterns are from that collection of different stitch patterns. Whew, okay, we're getting through it. So one of the, this isn't new, but I had a couple of people knit these in the past week and asked for help with the embroidery. So I did that, and I thought since I did it, I would show it to you. So these are snowman mittens for children, obviously. And this is a kit from Bobolink Yarns. This is how it comes. So it comes complete with the pattern and with all of the yarn that you need. The yarn is a lightweight yarn, and so to make the mittens really warm, you use a double strand of yarn. So you roll the balls up and hold 2 strands at a time to make the mittens. And then everything else that you need for the embroidery is in there. There's red for the scarf, there's orange for the nose, there's black for the buttons and the arms, and then there's a little tiny piece of black felt to cut into the hat shape that you just sew that on. The construction is just a basic mitten pattern. There's nothing unusual about the shape or the way you knit it. The snowman is formed by a little bit of cabling, which is easy enough to understand. It's easy enough if you've never cabled before. You will be able to do it. And we've got a few of these left. I think we have about 10 of these left. So Bobolink snowman mitten pattern, it would also make a great gift, or make the mittens and stuff them in a stocking. So I wanted to show you those because we have all of these great mittens done. Kate has continued to make the little sweater ornaments that we've got in the window, and she brought some of these in today. She is selling these, so if you need a hostess gift or want one for your tree, they are for sale here in the store. So she did this snowflake one. Is there a reason you put the S on?
For Santa.
For Santa, an S for Santa?
Yeah.
Cool. And B for
Baby.
baby.
So
That's so
little.
cute.
You know, so
Baby's
little.
cuteness.
This one.
My God. Look how tiny. And this was all done in the round.
Double points.
Yet double pointed needles. Oh my God, Kate.
No, this one is the most elaborate.
And this certainly is a challenge. Oh, and this even has sparkles on it. I wonder if you can see, is it sparkling at all? A little bit.
Paillettes and beads.
Yeah, little paillettes in there. Oh my gosh, look at that. They're adorable. So these will be hanging up in our window, ready for you to purchase as well if you want a little gift. And speaking of double pointed needles, we got in another big refresh from Fox and Pine, which are the stitch stopper company. And if you go to our website, you absolutely must check out the page that says seasonal. Kate has done an amazing job of making it look like Christmas. It just looks like it's so ready for fun. And she put all of the holiday stitch stoppers on there individually. There's a big mug of hot chocolate right there. We've got hats in Christmas colors. And new, she's always coming out with new things, are these yarn balls. And she did them in different colors. So there's blue, there's green, and there's red, or kind of purplish, not really that red, of yarn ball stoppers. Oops. So we've got in some of these, and then snowmen. I love the snowmen. They're so happy, so cute. And then, oh my God, I think I need to get these little goats. Oh, they're so cute. Can you see the little horns sticking out of their head? We got in more penguins and Santa Claus face. Those are adorable. I think I need to tell somebody that I need that in my stocking. Here's penguins in a hat and scarf. They look pretty happy. Gray cats. We had the brown cats in before, and now she's done gray cats. Those are really fun. Panda bears. Let's see. There we go. Little panda stitch stoppers. Hedgehogs. And cows.
They're called happy cows.
Happy cows with a little bow on it. I wish my granddaughter would knit because she loves cow stuff. Little things. And two more. Snowman heads. Those are adorable. And reindeer. And you know, they will work past Christmas. You don't have to use them just for your Christmas knitting. They will continue to work. But one of the new things, the newest things that she has come out with, they're called stitch huggers. So they're this little rubber kind of like bow. And I'm going to show you how they work. They're not necessarily meant for straight needles, but they are meant for double pointed needles. So when you have your pieces, you're knitting on double pointed needles, and you can use these while you knit. That's what makes it so great. You just slide there's your double pointed needles. You just slide the stitch hugger, looks like this, one side onto each of the two needles and push it on. Now that's going to do two things. It's going to keep your needles together in the right order. It's going to prevent stitches from falling off the end. And that's why I say you can use them as you knit, because when you are knitting off of this needle, the huggers can keep the tips and the knitting safe and secure on the other two needles. So it's a great idea, especially for those of you who struggle with double pointed needles or always end up losing stitches. This is a really smart way to protect your knitting. They come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They come 6 in a package. You can also use them as straight needle holders as well if you want to stick both of your needles, or circular needles. Stick one on both ends and it will keep the stitches on there as well. But this is a brand new item from Fox and Pine. These retail for $10.50 a package of that. Okay, almost done. We got in the Belgian hot chocolate bombs, and I wanted to show the packaging to you. They come in this great little cup-like box, and they have complete directions, which was my major complaint with the other one, although I absolutely love our first ones because they're big and delicious, and these are delicious too, but they do have the how to make it instructions on the back, and then the other side has what their other varieties are. We got all 3 varieties. They come in dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and salted caramel. And these are retail for $5.50. They are on the website. We have a limited supply. When you open the box up, the bomb itself is wrapped in a plastic bag to keep it fresh. So we have these in, as well as our other chocolate bombs, and each of the containers is a different color. So this is the dark chocolate. The milk chocolate is kind of beige, and then the salted caramel is green. So it makes a really, really pretty presentation as well. So $5.50 for more chocolate bombs. And then I also just wanted to remind you that we still have the tea in the holiday flavors, holiday tea, nutcracker from Simpson and Vale, chocolate brownie tea. So these are all packaged and make great stocking stuffers as well. Phew, I think I did it. I think I covered everything in time. Okay.
Lane is live on the website.
All right. So Kate just put the Lane magazine up if you want to put that on hold. I understand completely if you want to come in and look at it. We've got it here. You can take a browse through and make that decision when you actually see it. Oh, one more thing. I got the most wonderful little present the other day from one of my customers, Jennifer, who in a little box this little thing up. I'm going to show it to you. And in the box it said, "You told me to go knit something, so I did." And she took the pattern that I did for that 3-ring circus and turned it into a little bracelet right here and gave it to me. I was so touched. But it's a great little piece. And again, it's one of those places where if your wrist is warm, you're pretty warm. So it's comfortable, it's washable if you make it in the right kind of yarn, and it really, really is nice. Jennifer, designed and thought it up herself, so there isn't a pattern, but you can play around with how many stitches you need to fit over a hand right like that. So I wanted to show you that and say thank you to Jennifer. I really appreciate it. So that being said, we're open our regular hours this week again, Wednesday through Saturday. We will be open on Sunday as well, providing the weather's not bad. In the meantime, everybody, I hope you wrote down what you want and that you go knit something. Bye.